Legend of Zelda.
Right.
Why am I such a huge fan? So, when I was an eensy, teeny, tiny little baby Michelle, just barely in school, my mom, she bought us a Nintendo 64, like, we got it for Christmas. And my brothers, like, opened it up, and I'm, like, too tiny, and I'm like, woo! Cheering, and then my brothers were losing their minds, and I'm joining in with them because I'm still a little too young to understand.
64!
Yeah, like, losing our minds. So we got the Nintendo 64, and it came, like, we got a bunch of games. Diddy Kong Racing, and Mario Kart, and Mario Tennis, Mario Golf. But the main one, for me, was Legend of Zelda.
Right.
Ocarina of Time. So, I'm in school, and I played this game. And I really was not popular in school. I actually didn't have a lot of friends. I was kind of outcasted. And I used to run around the playground pretending I was Link from Legend of Zelda, trying to save Hyrule. This sun shelter that the kids would use to get out of the sun. That was my Temple of Time. The whole playground was the Kingdom of Hyrule for me.
Yeah.
It wasn't just me playing it on the N64, it was me reenacting it on the playground as a kid. It meant so much to me. It was important, especially when I didn't have any friends.
It was that, like, highlight in the social construct.
Mm-hmm.
It was just one of those things where it's just like, you always had that. It was never sullied, it was never soiled, it was just there. It was pure, it was yours.
You couldn't diminish
you can't
how
diminish
amazing it was.
Yeah.
No matter if you spat in my hair, or you pushed me around, or you made fun of me, Zelda never changed. It was always the perfect game.
Yeah.
And it challenged me, especially as a young kid, when I had to go to my brothers, Dennis and Peter, and say, yo, I'm stuck in the water temple. Michelle, I told you how to get through this, and I was like, I'm still stuck, how do I get through it? It was challenging, and I play it now, and I still like, what the? I don't know how to get through this. How many times have I beaten this temple, and I still get lost in the same part? But that's what was so great about having Dennis and Peter so close by when I was so little, is that they did help me.
Mm-hmm.
I could watch them play it, and I would play it, and I could still get through it. So my dream costume, which I actually made as my first cosplays, was making Link.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't spend years making many costumes without making Link, because that was the dream costume. And it was achievable. It wasn't big and fantastic. It wasn't complicated. It was just Link. Because
like I remember shooting you wearing Link so many years ago. Just, it was so natural feeling. Like, that's what I do remember. It was really natural.
I admire to be a hero, like what Link stands for.
Yeah.
And I admit, I don't know every bit of the Hyrule Historia. I don't have the best costume. I don't go above and beyond like some other people, but the thing is it means so much to me.
Mm-hmm.
When I wear Link, I wear the symbol of the hero. Yeah, because I always want to do better. I want to make bigger. I want to do more detail. So even though it's not perfect, I'm proud of it. And I would love to do it again. But I'd also like to do other characters.
Yeah.
I have done the Zora and the Great Fairy. Like, just small little pull-together things and having fun. But I'd love to do something bigger and better. Something really cool. I guess I'm waiting for the right look, the right costume to really speak to me.
Yeah.
When Majora's Mask got relaunched, Matt Pat put out a video. He explained how every section of the game stepped through the stages of grief, denial, anger, bargaining, depression,
and acceptance.
When Majora's Mask got relaunched, I picked it up. My brother Dennis picked it up. He got the exclusive Majora's Mask 3DS to go with it. The gold-plated cover.
With fancy,
yeah, definitely fancy. Absolutely gorgeous. And I was like, you son of a gun. I wanted it, but at the same time I couldn't afford it. But Dennis got it, and I was admiring it from his perspective. I played Majora's Mask. I got about halfway through it, and I put it down. And then my brother Dennis passed away. He passed away in October of 2015.
Yeah.
I had to pick up Majora's Mask again, and I needed to complete it. I needed to. This was another game that when I was playing on the N64, I had to go to Dennis and be like, how do I get to this level? How do I find this? I couldn't quite get through it on my own. And as a younger sister, I wanted to pester my brothers. When I picked it back up, I was about to hit the water temple. And it's the stage of depression, which was definitely the stage I was going through.
Well, I remember when it happened, you texting me, and it was just this series of rapid-fire messages that they became farther and farther apart just because the reality sank in. Mm-hmm. And I'm standing there going, oh, what can I do here? It was just, I watched it become real. And that, like you say, the depression and everything sink in. I know how much you relate to that. And
I got a phone call when I was at work. And
yeah, because you were texting me. We were gonna hang out that night or something.
Yeah, like. that was a I think it was a Thursday. You know, it was very confusing. So I called my mom and I said, "What's going on?" And she just said, "Your brother is dead." And I just stood outside with one of my room managers in complete shock. Like, that was the point of denial for me. I could not believe what I was hearing. I couldn't believe the excuse I was given. There was no way. I got in the car when my Uncle Chris arrived.
Yeah.
And I was about halfway home, trying to keep myself distracted.
Yeah.
That it really started to sink in. And I was just hoping
it wasn't real.
It wasn't real.
Yeah.
It wasn't real. That this isn't a real day. That I'm still sleeping. I'm still dreaming. This isn't real. This can't possibly.
I wanted to get foggy now, not clear.
I want to wake up. This is someone I grew up with. This is someone who shared with me what it was to really accept that I could love games or fantasy worlds openly.
Yeah.
And I as much as I was made fun of and bullied as a child for enjoying these fantasy worlds, he was the one who said, doesn't matter what they think. It's about, do you enjoy it? Well, yeah. So enjoy it. And I would not be the person I am today if it wasn't for him.
Yeah. And
Legend of Zelda was a big part of that, because that was one of the very first things we enjoyed together that was so important. Yeah, Legend of Zelda, I am the biggest fan. It means the world to me. And without it, I don't think I would be the person I am today.